This is the worst thing in the world.
There must be something in the water.
God, that's terrible.
There must be something in the water.
I think I held the water too long.
There must be something in the water.
Counting is... I don't have a natural sense of timing, so I kind of have to, like, count on my fingers.
There must be something in the water.
This is called I Just Woke Up, and my brain's not working. I have no idea what that was. Logic is acting illogical. I take no responsibility for this. I wonder if I accidentally changed the setting that I shouldn't have.
Where he lie, where he lie.
David says, how's it going? It's going. It is technically 1 in the afternoon, but it's morning for me.
Where he lie, where he lie. He threw that gaping brain asunder. When you realize, he threw that gaping brain.
I'm doing that so campy, like so musical theater, like he threw that gaping brain. And yeah, Innocent Hedgehog, I agree, Periphery can be a little campy, but that's why I love it so much. It's not the only reason, but it's one of them. Disney villain verse. I don't know what kind of Disney movie this song would be in, but there's just something about that. Arabian Nights of poor unfortunate souls, release high. That's a really fucking low note, and I don't know if I can sing that again. Release high. Okay, I think I can do it. The struggle is I'm a soprano and I don't usually sit down here. This is the basement.
Release high through these eyes.
Knee says, personally, I would just one take first try, but that's just me. Girl, there's no way in hell I'm gonna do a one take of a 16-minute long song. Like, I would just start forgetting the lyrics and then make a bunch of random nonsense noises and cuss and then be like, oh no, this is a one take. Oh God, what have I done? Skill issue. I mean, kind of, yeah, but also it's called I have a full-time job and I don't have time to do one takes of everything. I have the best comment section ever. I'm so lucky. I like to think that I'm kind of funny sometimes, but I don't even have to try that hard with you guys here. Pickle Rick is 50% Pickle and 50% Rick. I have to admit something. I'm not caught up on Rick and Morty, but I have seen the one episode where he turns into a pickle, and it's just to avoid therapy. And I'm just like, when I got to the end of that episode, I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's not that hard to take some accountability. It's so much easier to just like sit there and say, hey, I'm not perfect, I fucked up. I have a lot of opinions. Swag, I really hope that you're not actually in the ER. I hope that that's a joke. The ER is expensive. I'm not concerned about you personally, I'm just concerned about your bank account. And yes, Rick's ego is out of control. Sadly, I know many Ricks. So full disclosure, I'm terrible at reading sarcasm. It's a lot harder for me to read it in person when someone's being really deadpan, but typically over the internet, if things are phrased right, I can tell that someone's being sarcastic. Emojis help a lot. If you say something sarcastic and there's like a wink emoji next to it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's definitely sarcasm.
A normal day in the green-skinned apocalypse, a do or die.
Skin, not skin. Well, I don't even know if these lyrics I'm looking at are right. There are so many words. Pickle Rick asked, does anyone have a physical copy of the CD with a booklet that has lyrics? Please, if someone has it, please look it up for me. I need help. Not having a second monitor while using a computer is agony. Yeah, I really do need to get some extra monitors at some point. I should get a monitor, like the Reptile monitor. That would be safe and legal. Hell yeah, okay, JT Mag says, I have the vinyl. Let me check. Please, my savior. Okay, I'm just gonna punch this in because it does sound like Spencer is saying skin. JT Mag says it's green skin apocalypse in the vinyl print. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for verifying that. We're not crazy, guys.
A normal day in the green skin apocalypse, a do or die.
I can't remember who suggested this, but I remember we were talking about doing this verse or bridge or whatever it is up the octave. I'm just not sure it's really hitting right.
Nourishment is evident. And where's our God? Have we seen that side of? And where's our God? Have we seen that side of heaven yet? Oh, wretch.
And then the next section that comes in, it's like sung powerfully, but then it's lower than what I just sang, so then it sounds kind of weird. I am gonna go back and use the lower part. I need to listen through this and see if there's anything I need to punch in.
When freedom here has been revoked, the ground which all their fathers soaked.
I wasn't made for singing this low. I sound like I'm struggling so hard. I need to make it just sound more chill or something.
They play when freedom here has been revoked, the ground which all their fathers soaked. No.
Okay, Swag says, wait, if you can't go lower, have you tried thicker strings for your vocal cords? Works for my bass. Oh, that pun was so bad. When like my Wax Wings cover started getting like algorithmic action in YouTube, the reason that started is because I posted it into that Facebook group called Gent Shit Posting, and someone commented on my post in there and said, what gauge vocal cords do you use? I said, I use the female soprano gauge. I don't know how to properly use the term goat or goated. I do enjoy that group a lot. But the thing that really sucks is that a lot of people in there are very sarcastic and they don't give any kind of indication that they're being sarcastic. This happened recently. Someone wrote up this rant and then I copy pasted it into the comments. Someone replied and was like, why did you just copy and paste this person's comment? And I was like, have you never heard of a copy pasta before? And the guy kept like arguing with me and I was just like, wait, I'm so confused. And he was like, this is what trolling truly is. And I was like, oh my god, and like my brain exploded and I realized that he was trolling me. I thought I was trolling. I need to do a little bit of belting warm up because if I just go for this, I'm going to hurt myself. So, welcome to a Kayleen Barber warm up session. Bye, Zach. Thanks for tuning in for a bit. Also, I saw this meme yesterday that was, it was a meme of a bunch of dragons playing, Houses and Humans, and it was terrible.
The crafty shakes the roots within his wake. Victory alone became his some of the soil we know. A grave is laid, a man within its cage. Victory alone became his down in the soil he owns.
Welcome back, Zach. Sorry D&D got canceled.
Oh, a grave is laid, a man within his cage. Victory alone became his down in the soil he owns. Soil we own becomes ours. Order back and what we know. Soil we own.
Swig said, oh shit, I accidentally took a little nap on my bed. I am so happy I finally have the opportunity to use this word that I absolutely love. You just had a napsident. Please make napsident happen. I really want napsident to become a real word that people use.
Soil we own becomes ours. Order back and what we know.
Crowberry says, I'm jealous of people who can nap. If I go to sleep, I'm dead to the world for 6 to 9 hours. Nice.
No one with the soil we own. Soil we own. Soil we own.
Oh my god, is that Did I finish all the lead vocals? I think I did. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Kirill, is the rasp in your voice come naturally or do you push it? I would not claim that anything I do with my voice is natural to me. I used to suck at singing when I was 12 years old, and then I started taking voice lessons, and I've been singing for 18 years. I only started being able to sing with rasp in my voice, like, I think about 2 years ago. I started trying to sing like Ollie Sykes. I did some things that really hurt my voice, and I did some things that I could do without hurting my voice, so then I just started trying to lean towards the things that didn't hurt as much. The raspiness, definitely not natural, but if it sounds natural, then that's awesome. I'm fooling everyone. All right, this made me laugh, so I have to say it, but Swag said, I heard eating sandpaper helps the raspy voice. All right, are you guys ready to see some pitch correction? Manual pitch correction. That's not what I wanted to do. Did Logic like update or something? These buttons look wacky. I don't want that question box. There it is. Something's different, I swear. I'm not crazy. Like something has changed in here. Wow. Everyone's talking about DAWs. Swag says Reaper is goated. Kirill says Cubase for the win. Swag says love Reaper. Switched from FL and will never go back. Crowberry is on Reaper. I don't get the love for Reaper. Okay. Mixa, am I saying that right? I couldn't get into Reaper either. Any thoughts on Ableton? I have no thoughts on Ableton. The only DAWs I've ever tried using myself personally are GarageBand, Logic, Reaper, and I did install, what's the really crappy one called? It's like the worst DAW in the world. Audacity. Because at the time I was using GarageBand and I wanted to do a reverse reverb effect, but I couldn't reverse a track using GarageBand because at the time, at least, it didn't have that capability. Kirill says, gosh, I hate Melodyne. I love it. Like, for me, it's better than, like, the built-in flex pitch in Logic. I've heard Waves Tune is also pretty good. I've been using Melodyne for, like, I think like 12 years or something, 11 or 12 years. And then Kirill followed that up with, but there is literally nothing better, sadly. I'm not sure about that. Personally, I really love the tools that are available in Melodyne. I will say, though, the one tool that I never use is, I think pitch modulation. Eli. This one is, like, literally the worst thing in the world. Eli. We don't like that. Yuri said Audacity isn't a DAW. I think it technically is. But I don't know anyone who seriously uses it. This is probably the scariest thing that I've done on Livestream so far.
There must be...
I usually would just like chop up stuff like that.
There must be some...
I feel like it sounds more natural than just going and hitting like...
There must be something in the water.
God, that's terrible.
Something in the water.
These are like micro corrections. I also find myself doing like certain habits. Like it's easier when I can see it. I'm like a very like visual learner. And so seeing like, oh, like when I go down from one note to another, I end up flat before I settle onto the actual pitch. I definitely recommend like if you're a visual person and you're learning to sing, like scan your voice into something like this and look at it because that's gonna give you more valuable information than just listening back to it and wondering, why do I sound like shit? So I love to preserve my vibrato. I don't like to touch it very much, except I will like slightly bend it like I just did. But then like if it's connected to like a long straight tone, I separate it because if the straight part is like off but the vibrato's on, I don't want to like fuck up the entire...
Where he lie.
In case you guys haven't noticed, this takes me a long ass time. But I would rather sit here and do this than just like slap on some like pitch correction and give it like a percentage of how accurate to be. Wait.
Real.
No, I like how it's not perfect there.
When you
Those like slides, they can't be handled well by automatic pitch correction.
When you realize,
Also, some of the tools that I heavily utilize, you have to like pay extra for it. I bought like a perpetual license for this like 8 years ago or something. This tool the transition tool. I utilize it so much more than anything else. Are you very conscious about doing vibratos, or is it natural? Like I said, nothing I can do with singing I consider it to be natural.
Realize.
All right, I think we got through that whole section. Let's take a listen.
There must be something in the water where he lie, where he lie. He threw that gaping brain asunder. When you realize, when you realize.
Fuck yeah. Let's listen through.
We've sown thrones and brought the kings down to knees. Hello, here we are, salutations. And every day that you wake is a gift that you take from the gods. That's right. You came from the trees and we alter the genes. Here you are, all you fuck with is wages. You had the day, but you pissed it away. I think it's time that we show our ways.
I'm giggling over the comment that Swag just made, but I'm not gonna read that out loud.
Now shed that violence all over.
This is always like some of the weird stuff. Like, look what this thing thought I did here. I'm not gonna touch that one.
Violence all over.
Here.
Over. Violence all over.
Sometimes the things that appear to be imperfections are actually just what we call emotion. Another great reason to not use automatic pitch correction.
Embraces the chin, he praises the weed.
What the fuck was I doing? Praises the weeds. Why was I so sharp on these? What the fuck was I doing? I was literally a half step sharp and no one pointed it out.
Chin, he praises the weeds.
That's starting to sound weird. This is why we try to get things right when you sing them.
He praises the weeds, holding. Embraces the chin, he praises the weeds, holding out for the day.
That sounds fine. Zach says, I figured you were gonna get that note eventually. Which one? Okay, Yuri says, might be rude to correct someone, that's fine for them. I want people to correct me though. At the very least on lyrics being wrong. Okay, and now I'm officially terrified. Zach says, I have perfect pitch, but I'm very patient, so I'm not gonna say much about your pitches. Now I'm terrified. You have perfect pitch. Oh, this is great. Okay, Swag says, how to know if someone has perfect pitch, they will usually tell you before you ask them. Wait, now you're tempted to say something about the politics section, but I already pitch corrected it. Is it still wrong?
Shutting out politics, viewing beings as equals.
Did I forget something here?
Shutting out politics, viewing beings as equals.
Oh my god. Okay, I hear it now. Sorry, that took me a sec. I think it's right.
Politics, viewing beings as equals.
Okay, here's the crazy thing. I know that these notes aren't in the scale, but like, because it's progressive metal, my brain is more willing to be like, oh yeah, it just switches to a different key for this random bar. No, it didn't. Okay.
Shutting out politics, viewing beings as equals.
Wait, something doesn't sound quite right. I'm hearing C sharp and C there.
Viewing beings, viewing beings, viewing beings, viewing beings, viewing beings. Shutting out politics, viewing beings as equals. It's funny how that makes sense. You had the floor, but you gave it a bore. Now it's equal.
Also, Zach, thank you for pointing that out. Please tell me if there's anything else that I'm fucking up. I really appreciate your help.
No. Rich, poor, clutching to their sheet. Clutching to their sheets in hope.
I was in choir, like, all throughout school and stuff. One of the many choir directors that I had said that being sharp usually happens because you're, like, a little overexcited. And I would say that pretty much anytime I'm singing something and I feel like I'm really nailing it and I'm in the pocket, I'll just start to go sharp. I would rather be sharp than flat any day. I have a lot of shame revolving around being flat, so like if I'm gonna be one or the other, I'd rather it be sharp.
It's in horror.
Stop flat hate. Zach says BRB. I would have no idea if you actually did just go and didn't say anything.
Is there an answer?
This note sounds flat even though it doesn't look flat.
Is there an answer? Is there somebody who...
What the fuck?
Is there somebody...
These are both sharp. Quick, let's fix it before Zach gets back.
Is there somebody who can take away?
Welcome back, Zach. I'm glad that you missed what just happened. I'm ashamed of myself, but basically, like, this stuff was all, like, a half step sharp, and so I moved it back down, and I was like, quick, let's fix it before Zach gets back.
A grave is laid, a man within his cage. Victory alone.
It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Oh, that's on the complete wrong note.
In his cage, victory alone. They take the craft he shakes, a race within his wake. Victory alone became his some of the soil we know. A grave is laid, a man within his cage. Victory alone became his down in the soil he owns.
It is time for me to end the stream now. Thank you everyone for hanging out and giving me feedback. I really, really, really appreciate the feedback. Today was a lot of fun. I love all the jokes. I love all the feedback. Please keep it coming. I have the best comment section ever. I'm so lucky. See you later.